Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this would, I said, this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so, as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support. Now.
Okay. All right. So when he mentions 4 platforms, Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, the joint with Ocho, my bad, y'all, and ESPN, right? So he lost one. The numbers that we did yesterday was an approximate anywhere from 4 to 6 million per year. They guesstimated his contract at. It's not public, right, for ESPN. Then you add on everything else that also pushes, and that's how we got to the number that we got to. This is, of course, a big loss from losing ESPN. He saw it coming. He did say that he found out earlier this week. So that means that it was never official to him. He probably knew like it was a high potential based on the outcome of his case. And then he agreed to settle. So we can see now him settling his dispute was a personal decision. It wasn't an ESPN decision. It was just like, I have my own career, and whatever's going to happen with ESPN and as well as my other ventures, I think the best decision for me and my legal team right now is to square this shit away, cut this check to this girl, and get the fuck on. Okay. Now, while this video was playing, I pulled up in the background estimated earnings from the other platforms now. And I also double checked to see if he fully independently owns Club Shay Shay. It says he does. Club Shay Shay is a part of Shay Shay Media, which he totally independently owns. That's dope. Dope for him. Now, I took a look at estimated annual revenue from a YouTube standpoint. According to vidIQ statistics, Club Shay Shay averages about 1.1 billion total views and 4 million subscribers, with estimated monthly and ad earnings between 12.5 and 37.4K. So that's a big gap based on what type of month you're having, of course. But that translates to roughly 150,000 to 450,000 per year from YouTube ads alone. That's not what he's making per year from his channel. So hold on. StarStat provides an alternate estimate showing around 5.4 million annual income from YouTube ads based on monthly earning of 450,000. These discrepancies reflect different CPM assumptions and analytic models. Absolutely. So the type of video, how the retention time of the videos, that's one thing that you learn like in the space of battle rap, right? My rap battle video that does 1 million views is way different than your million view 10-minute video talking about some viral news topic on a podcaster's channel, right? Hitman showed screenshot on Polo's channel, a YouTube check for when he was dropping him versus Geechee and some other YouTube activity within that month. $72,000 he earned that month. Okay. So if Hitman on Bags and Bodies for that particular month that he showed proof of earned 72,000, why the fuck would y'all think that Club Shay Shay for the year is making between 150 to 450? Fuck no. Okay. Um, and it's saying Shannon Sharpe has said that his viral Cat Williams episode alone generated about 6 million. And all of his interviews on Club Shay Shay are huge. That's why a lot of big stars are attracted to his platform. Like, shit, let me come get some of that views and that prestige over there and whatnot. It's a very, very large platform for interviews. So he still has ownership of Club Shay Shay. As long as he can keep that reputation solid, as long as those major guests still want to come through, support him, um, respect his plight in the situation. I personally do. Let's make that clear. I think he has some dirt on his hands with this chick, but I think he was pretty much set up by this bitch and Tony for the most part. And they got him. They got him badly for whatever they settled, reportedly 23 million. But 6 million for the Cat Williams interview alone. It says Club Shay Shay is a core part of Shay Shay Media, currently negotiating a potential podcast distribution deal exceeding 100 million. That's when we were hearing that 100 million on the table, which would include multiple shows, Nightcap, Club 520, Bubba Dub. I don't even know what Bubba Dub is, and others. So he's developing or has been developing under Shay Shay Media this own shit and enterprise for lack of better words, under even different brands and names, Club Shay Shay and Bubba Dub and this and that and Nightcap, and so great for Shannon Sharpe that even though he lost ESPN, and even though being on TV, however many times a week he was on that show on ESPN, still pushes a lot of your visibility and your celebrity to these other platforms. So I do think that's a big loss and it hurts. But these platforms are well established. His brand is very big. And I think this is the type of reputational hit that with time he can continue to get over, including even the type of guests that fuck with him publicly. Anybody that fucks with him privately right now that's on pause, eventually they'll probably come around. It's just like, you hot right now, nigga. Oh Lord, I don't want to get my shit fucked up. I got an album to put out next month. That's how it goes. It's reputation thing, which is why ESPN chopped them. Reputation. That's it. Keeping a certain look. Time will continue to heal these type of accusations for him, I believe. You can't get into any more domestic disputes because this was not the alleged first domestic dispute. You gotta stay away from these young chicks. You can't even have any more public of question relationships. Period. You just can't. I hope he learned. I mean, if it's $23 million, he just learned a $23 million lesson. Okay, he's never gonna trip up like this again. There's no way he does. So these podcasts, and if his network continues to build and possibly even get distribution deals, because if he does his numbers still, those distributors will still be right there to make a dollar with him. And he will continue to make millions a year. So lucky for him. And I'll cap this off like this. This is the result also of having multiple lanes of income and having an expanded portfolio. To think, I just got fired from my job at ESPN, but I'm still making millions per year. Doesn't sound too bad, does it?